call the meeting to order at whatever time it is.
5:30.
5:30 on the
Mike,
dot.
these are just some handouts I had done, updating some numbers this afternoon.
17:30.
I was waiting for that.
Do we want to approve the minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
I spent too much time
Has
listening to
everybody
the
had
fire
a chance
radio.
to read the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Amazing.
I read them. Any corrections, omissions, deletions?
No?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Good.
All right. So we have met the new temporary town administrator, which was on the
Interim.
agenda.
I'm Bob Fennessy.
Nice.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So now we have to.
Just so you know, this committee's been together for quite a few years.
Oh, that's
now.
good, yeah.
So it's
Yeah, we lost one person to the Board of Selectmen.
Oh, yeah,
And then it's funny because the old members were you and
I
I.
was gonna say, yeah, Lisa and I were both former members. So this is kind of the finance group that's been around for a few years now.
Good. They know this stuff.
No, I would,
Well,
don't give us too much credit. Yeah.
So now we're in doing the process of seeing where the money's coming from.
And assigning people to move the articles.
Can I ask, so is the finance committee move the articles
No,
here? Or the
Selectmen
Board of
does.
Selectmen? Yeah.
Selectmen does.
So I think
Actually, they throw it out to the
that's something
floor.
you guys.
Yeah, usually the committees approve their, don't they motion their own?
According to Liz, a couple of years ago, maybe even just last year was the first year they did it, where rather than go through the whole pomp and circumstance of having whoever stand up and introduce the article, whether it be the fire chief or the whoever.
Okay.
They had just had the Board of Selectmen do
Okay.
all of them.
Make
In
the
case-
motion
in
and then
case-
they stand up and speak to it.
Yeah, exactly. In case somebody, right, exactly.
Takes a lot less time, too.
Yeah, it moves things along, you know, somebody might not be there, or if they're a non-resident, it complicates things a little bit or whatever. So they just decided to have the Board of Selectmen make all of the motions.
And that's pretty standard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some towns have like an advisory committee and they do it all, but yeah, yeah. So anyway, so it'll be, so the stuff that you see here, the motions will be either Dana or myself will
Okay.
say those.
Okay, so, do I have the same sheet you have, the motion sheet, or?
Yes.
This is the,
Well, mine,
this is the one that I had.
this was the email she had sent us, but I did not have 18 and 19 removed, I don't think. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, this is-
No, I think this is the same
Yeah,
one.
this is the one.
It's the same one.
What do we want to do?
You want to go for each article?
Not really, but do we need to go through each article?
No, the first financial one I have is Article 7, so, well, Article 4, they can each talk about the budget, and how you're gonna fund
We need,
that.
yeah, we need to figure out which lines need to be held, right? And you do those, right? You hold certain, like the.
I will put a
like-
hold on them if
like
you'd
the
like me
fire-
to.
Well, the fire one,
Yep, the fire to be coming from ambulance. And the police station debt comes from capital, that has to have a hold on it.
right?
But then you're gonna also have to put holds on lines for the, stabilization. I don't know what you're gonna fund from stabilization.
Lisa, correct me if I'm right, but the hold is because it gets voted in the special town.
What's that?
Why does the hold get placed on?
It doesn't get done during the special, because normally all the whole budget would be raise and appropriate.
Right.
So if we wanted the funding source, like for the fire department to come from the ambulance fund, I have to put a hold on it and say what the funding source of the ambulance fund.
So again, according to, and I think Liz emailed all of us on this, she recommended, rather than break it all down, whatever number we come up with for the stabilization fund, we should put towards a large, like the Dennett.
Except I have a problem with that. and
Okay.
That works if you speak to it at the beginning and say that we have an $800,000 deficit that's going to be coming from our general stabilization. And instead of breaking it out into all the lines, we're gonna take it out of the schools. It shouldn't look like the school's the reason for the $800,000 stabilization withdrawal to the people who are sitting there, to the residents. You know what I mean? Because then
Yeah,
it looks
no,
like the
no,
school's looking for an extra $800,000.
No, that's a fair point.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I think
that's a fair point.
that's very important to, however you want to address that.
The Finance Committee Chair is not making eye contact.
No, I'm not. You know, we have not done this, we didn't do this in, I don't know, in how many years.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit different.
We haven't taken money from general stabilization in
A long
a
time.
long time.
Well, but, so, I'm sorry, I don't mean to dominate this.
Go right ahead.
I think it's important also, because it would give us an opportunity to say, hey, guys, you know, we're hurting, you know, and we have to do it this way, but don't get used to it, because we can't do it this way next year.
She did put it in, I suggested, and she did put it in the letter
Yeah,
that we
but who
we
reads
may
that?
need an override next year. Well, I mean.
No, I know, no,
I think we
but-
need to put it out there.
But, you know,
now.
to your point, if somebody speaks
It
to,
needs, before the budget starts to get voted, somebody needs to speak to that. To the fact that we're using that much money from general stabilization. And that it could be broken up into all the line, you know, you
Right,
could
but
take
that's
10% of each line, but that would be 100 holes.
Yeah.
So that we're gonna put it all at the end of the budget into the education line. Because I guess what I'm thinking is if people approve all the lines up to the Dennett, and then the Dennett, we say $800,000 from general stabilization, and people say, no,
They're
we don't
not
want
even
to.
going to ask, but I think you do need to explain it.
I
They,
understand
you
what
know.
mean, yeah.
Oh, I think that, I think general stabilization is gonna be an issue.
we have a citizen sitting here with us. How would you feel about that?
I agree with Lisa.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
think it makes
they have
sense.
to know.
They have to know what?
They have to know that we're running short on money.
I don't think they do.
The town.
I don't think
from a
that people
citizen's
know,
standpoint,
the citizens know. And I don't think they're gonna know from this budget, because I think this budget's just like a budget like any other budget. There's no cuts made here, because there's issues. So I think that nobody's gonna know that there's an issue, unless you tell them that we funded a regular budget without making cuts. Everyone's still got their 2.5% increases.
Okay, all right, I agree with you. That is in the letter that covers this thing. If anybody tries
Did
to
we get
read the
that
letter.
yet? Has it been printed yet?
No, but I printed mine out,
The letter from her?
yeah.
Oh, was given that. That was not given to me.
What if we've read?
What does it say?
Right here, it's, let's see,
April 13th.
let's see, the town, let me read the paragraph, the second. There are several warrant articles being presented this year, the majority of which are designated to be funded from free cash and stabilization funds, and as such will not impact your tax rate. Utilization of stabilization funds, although not our preferred funding method, is necessary for FY '27 in order to meet the needs of the town and ensure continuation of services without proposal of a Proposition 2.5 override. This issue of increasing financial pressure is not unique to Plympton, but rather is a statewide problem many towns are facing. For next year, there is a possibility of meeting a Proposition 2.5 override unless overall financial conditions change for the better.
However, that's only saying the articles. That's not saying your operating budget can't be funded with your money. It's not telling people that the operating budget can't be funded.
It's just saying the budget's not going to be funded.
It says articles. It says articles are presented.
Oh, all right,
I'll speak
right.
if you'd like. I'll say something, but I just think something should be said.
I have no objection. I think we need to be out front. We need to say
Right.
we're up
Yeah, that's
against
all.
it. We are up against it. And this is
Yeah.
how we did it this year without asking for an override.
Right. Right.
Or service cuts.
Or service cuts.
Those are our two options.
Right.
Yeah, okay, then,
I mean, whatever.
you can, I can,
I'm happy if you'd like to speak to it, but I'm
what I
willing
said.
to if you want me to.
yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, we'll work on some wording then.
Well, one suggestion or just question from a wording standpoint, well, actually two things. One, do you think most people are gonna understand the difference between funding for the articles and the operating?
No, they're not.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's critical. I mean, I think the fact is that we don't have enough money for the budget is the critical
For the whole
issue.
thing.
For the whole thing. Articles, budget, the whole thing.
Correct, but then the other thing that I think should be in some way made a point of is, it's not all doom and gloom. We've actually done a really good job And this is an available funding source, and unlike many towns, we've done everything that we could to keep service intact, not lay people off and cut, still give to all the citizens that work hard within the town by finding available sources without going to the citizens. So we shouldn't just position it as doom and gloom, we should position it as a lot of hard work that has gone into it, but then be prepared, because we have to think of what's gonna come for next year. I always, from a financial standpoint, hate to make people worry any more than they should without giving
I
some
think that's
cost
part of
to
the
our-
problem. I think that's
Yeah.
part of the problem we had here, that we lost we didn't get the exclusion for the fire department. We
Sure.
didn't start
Yeah.
early enough.
Yeah.
I think we have to put the facts out, and I
Yeah.
don't really want it too much sugar-coated, because I think they need to know what the reality is. Things are tough.
Yeah, I agree.
We're scratching,
I
we're
agree.
taking little pieces here and there, but times are tough.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to
agree.
be too nice about, I don't think
No,
we should
I
be
don't,
too
I
nice.
don't think you have to be.
And just for, like, historically, that general stabilization fund has many times, articles have been voted down because people didn't want to touch this general
Sure.
stabilization. That it's supposed to be a rainy day fund in case of a real emergency,
They've
like,
changed the regulations too, though. It's not so strict as it used to be.
It used to be
So it's-
9/10 vote.
what's
No,
that?
It used to be 9/10 vote, now it's a majority vote.
Right.
Yeah.
That's generally in capital and a general stabilization's on the
Yeah.
majority too now?
Yeah, I mean, they made it a little easier
Because
probably
of-
because times are tough.
Right.
Every town's going through
Well,
the
that,
same
I mean,
thing.
that's a good point, because this still says 2/3. I'm sure Barry's aware if it's just, although he mentioned it the other day, still as a 2/3 vote, so you may need to speak to the moderator and make sure he understands that it's a simple majority.
I don't mean to be mean.
No, you're not being mean, you're being realistic,
No, yeah, it's,
which I just like people to hear it.
Yeah, we were just,
Wishful
basically,
thinking.
we've done a pretty good job, but we've also been lucky,
For a
so.
town our size,
Yeah.
to do what it has is, with what's going on with a lot larger towns around us,
Well, Pretty
It's
much
crazy.
all of them.
yeah.
yeah. Well, thankfully for the capital stabilization too, that's really made us be able to, thanks to
100%.
Cisco and the way that was
Yes.
handled when it was
That was a good.
first.
Yeah, but people have to
I
think
told
about.
Plymouth Board of Finance Committee actually called Susan Ossoff when we did that and told her how smart that was, because they never did anything like that when they had the nuclear plant going in there. So all that money, all the
Yeah.
money from the nuclear plant went to the operating budget. And then when that went away, you got that
Yeah.
big shortfall.
All right, where are we?
Um,
Besides being nasty.
You're going to speak at the start of the meeting, that's where we are.
Oh, really?
All in favor?
You have not asked, You're completely realistic.
Oh, it's tough, it's tough. They've done nothing with Prop 2.5, nothing.
No, I know.
So you can't live like that, When we had that rep, it was
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I didn't think much would happen with Prop 2.5. Perhaps some things could be exempted from Prop 2.5. But nothing's happened. Nothing's happened to help
And tell
the
me,
citizens.
anything that goes up less than 2.5%, everything goes up.
Everything's substantially higher than.
I
Medical
know,
insurance,
it's tough.
everything.
Well,
Crazy.
especially in the 40 years that 2.5's been around.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, there's been a
Now it's
number of
hitting
years
that
when it
crunch.
was 7-8%, cost of living, back in the
The
80s.
dark ages.
Back when I had a mortgage at 14% or
All
something.
right, I will stop interrupting.
Okay.
Well, it's your meeting, actually, but
But I don't want to interrupt anymore.
So,
Article 4, we need to decide which lines need holds put on them.
right. So the Vadar is not going to, because I had a note that we might need to, sorry. That it might go under your expense line.
And I was talking to Bob, and we thought maybe
Yeah.
that
The IT
IT
article was
article
better.
was a better
Yeah,
place to put
Okay,
it.
that's fine. So,
Falls in there.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it's really just,
However, and then, so each additional year, we'll probably put money into that article for that also?
yes,
Okay.
because 27 is just the original
That's just.
startup. right?
Yeah, and then it's.
Going
I
forward,
have
it won't be
paper
that
here,
much,
so.
hopefully?
It's like
I forget.
6,000.
Yeah, okay. That makes, yeah, that
It's
sounds right.
$5,482
Okay,
after
so
that for the
going
next 5
forward, that'll
years.
be in your
Oh, that going forward, it'll go into my
Expense line?
expense line?
Or I guess the IT expense line.
Whatever
too.
you guys-
We
Yeah,
we have both.
yeah.
Yeah, we have both. We can worry about that next year.
So
So it's just the-
IT article is changing from 28.5 to now including additional 27?
27.
Let's round it up to 28, make it easy numbers. So 56.5.
Okay.
And is that going to come out of, oh, well, that's like jumping ahead a little bit. Do you want to
Yeah.
get it decided?
So let's go back to
Yep.
Article 4. You were gonna put a hold on line 510, which is the fire EMS salary.
And would you guys want $300 from that?
Yes,
I mean, 300,000?
yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put a line on 825, a hold on 825, which is the police station debt.
Okay.
And then we'll put a hold on line 700, which is the elementary school cost, but we'll explain it.
What line was the?
825,
Police station, 825?
825.
And how much?
That is for 147,000
That's coming from?
capital.
Capital stabilization.
And then elementary school costs, which is the roughly 4.6 million and change. We'll have to split that up. Once we get that final number, we'll need to get out.
How much is from one, how much is from the
Yeah.
other?
So that's easy, that's 3 holds, that's not bad.
Nope.
Okay.
Then the next money one is Article 7.
That's coming from free cash.
Free cash?
That's what it says on here.
Oh, again, this was just me.
Okay.
So you guys decide what you want, I was just trying to figure out how to split this up. It's free
I think
cash
that-
sound
yeah,
like?
I think that makes sense.
It seems like you could do, all the articles can be done out of free cash that aren't being done out of capital stabilization, there is enough money to do all of them.
Yep.
And then the difference can just go to, well, so that's another, we might have to put another line, hold on the budget to fund one of those budget lines out of free cash, the remainder of the free cash. Once we know what that number is. Or we could do the Dennett and put free cash and the stabilization fund on the Dennett. It's up to you guys, but, and again, you won't know those numbers till these are all figured out what we want for all the funding sources.
I think the Dennett's a good place to do it because people are generally in favor of funding schools, but I would hate to see something bad happen. We can always reconsider the article, but
Yeah. When we put a hold on it, do they just take that line and they consider the hold? And then
Yeah, that's,
and then the final vote is for the whole,
No, I think they do each section. You vote each section.
okay, that's right. See, I'm trying to remember how they do it.
years
So I'm
ago,
just
we
saying-
did the budget all at once.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you know, in that scenario, if somebody, enough people objected hypothetically to the
Well,
Dennett,
maybe.
to using
maybe
$800,000.
You should
for
ask
the
Barry
Dennett.
if he will do that. Go through the whole budget, take lines and do a total at the bottom for a vote.
But then how do we, and then we just say, this is how we're gonna fund it, and list the different,
Yeah, you would just.
we don't have to break it down as to line
Right, so
by
in other
line.
words, you won't vote for the town administrator's salary line, total of that, or the fire or the police, until you're at the very bottom, then you would do one whole total for the vote.
But then we still have to list this,
Yes, you still have to put
but we
holds.
just wouldn't,
and
we
you
just
still-
wouldn't assign
Right,
ambulance
that
fund
would-
to whatever
would
that
keep-
line is.
What that would prevent is people voting for the police, voting for the fire, and then you get to schools and you say, okay, we've taken $800,000 and 100 out of free cash, and they say, no, we don't want to spend that much money, why are we spending so much on the schools? It's not, the schools isn't the reason we're doing it.
So you're saying, just so I make sure I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
We're gonna go through the whole budget, and it's gonna be like, hold for whoever wants to hold anything. Discuss it, and then say, we're voting, the total budget is going
16
to be
million.
16 million, of which
300,000 is coming.
300,000 is coming from
ambulance fund.
ambulance, 147 is coming from capitalization, 800 is coming from general stabilization, and X dollars is coming from free cash.
Can we do it that way, Bob?
Yep.
That makes sense to me.
That way you're not pegging the 800 to a
Yeah.
specific line.
Yeah.
And we're not making it seem like the schools are the bad,
Right.
bad
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not the bad
that's good.
guys. I mean, it's just.
Right, it's just, and you, same thing, there's a big enough, you could have done it on the police station.
Right.
Right,
Or
right.
it's
Yeah.
just not, it's the whole budget, it's not any one department.
And so if nobody wants to discuss any particular line item, we can discuss them.
That's right.
Keep going.
That's right. Yep, there's no
So
hold
does-
on it, they don't get to.
So does that mean, will we even put a hold on line 510?
I was gonna say, do we just wait till
Probably
the
don't need
very
to.
end then?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like we need to.
And put a hold on the total?
Yeah.
And say, of this total, this
Yeah.
amount is being funded from the
Yep.
ambulance, this
Yep.
amount's being funded from this.
That's probably what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if people have questions, if they say, well, why are we taking money out of
Because
capital
we just don't
stabilization?
have enough.
Because,
Yeah.
well, out of capital stabilization, it's because the police station always gets paid out of
Right.
capital stabilization. You know, why are we taking
They're not
money
gonna
out of
ask
the
that,
ambulance?
though.
No, I don't think so either.
No,
I think that's probably the clearest
If
way
we
to do it.
announce- or-
They'll fight over $40. Do we have a $40 article in there somewhere?
Yeah.
They'll fight over that,
Easier
but they
to
won't fight
understand.
over 16 million.
Right, if we have some kind of a, if we speak to it up front a bit, just from an
Yeah.
overview, go through the whole thing and.
And explain that's why we're voting it this way this year.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's clean.
Yeah.
It is. That's
It's not
much clearer.
putting a bad rep on somebody or.
No, but I think,
Mm.
to your earlier point, I think we still should,
Mention at
Oh,
the
yeah.
beginning.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. I like that.
Okay, so you said you
Who's
do
gonna
want
communicate
fiscal
that to
audits out
Barry?
of free cash?
I'm sorry,
Sorry, I said, who's gonna communicate all that to Barry?
Bob.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that. I haven't met him yet, but I'll meet him.
Welcome to Plympton,
I
Bob.
know, yeah.
He,
It's no different than other.
he's okay, he lives down here on Main Street.
No,
What's the
he'll-
question?
No, just, so that's, no, Article 4 is all set then? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to finalize the numbers, whatever those are
Okay,
gonna
yep,
be.
and those will have to be done tomorrow, probably, a new spreadsheet. If Catherine does it and I do it and check to make sure we agree, then we'll,
So Article 10,
Article 7 is the first money one.
yeah, but I thought we,
Oh, you decide you're gonna do them all out of free cash?
yeah. Well, I don't know, it's not my decision. They have to take a vote.
Article 10, you wanna do that out of free cash?
If there's enough, what difference does it make? I mean, let's just, we have to use what's available
Yeah.
and
Right, the
make it as
balance
clean
is
and
low.
as simple as possible and as understandable for everybody.
Mhm.
So we have what, 300? No. What do we have?
Free cash, we have
Well, it
170.
was 170, but it's gonna go up by the extra 28,000,
Okay.
so it's 170 plus the 28, okay.
Where did the 28 come from?
From the Veda, the money we
Wait a
owe
minute, I
Veda.
thought that was, 170 is what we have available, that's not what we're spending.
Oh, that's right, that's how much was available.
Yeah,
Spent on
we're
the
spending-
20,000 on the annual town meeting,
We're spending about 111 so far.
right, 111 plus the
Sorry.
28,
Right, no, sorry, that's wrong. 49,
139.
51.
So, oh, no, because we gotta take out that other 27. Oh, yeah, so it is about 111,
It's more than that.
is it? Oh, no, yeah, those were coming out of capital. It was, only work with the information I
It's
had.
of paper.
So that's gonna be
Kills
56.
a tree. Oh.
I have 139,100 for the articles out of free cash. Is that what you come up with?
I don't know, I hit the wrong button.
It's 39,000, 10,000 for
Yeah.
building maintenance,
2,200,
56.5 for the IT article, 2,200 for the bylaws, 31,400 for the recertification, which is $139,100.
that's correct.
So that was, those ones that are coming out of free cash are Articles 7 is free cash, 8 is free cash, 10,
Yep,
17, and 18.
Yes. And that leaves us, is this what you have? I have 31,729 left over?
178, you did 178.29 minus the 139?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever you just said is fine. I agree with that. I don't have a calculator in front of me. How much did, how much?
31,729.
31.7. Oh, I think you might be a little high. Do you have the $20,000 deducted from that we're using?
No.
No, I don't, you're right, so we're down to 11,729, okay, yes.
Right?
Which makes sense, because the number that you have on your sheet is 39, and we're taking 28 away.
No, I might be wrong here. That we actually had $190,000. She had already deducted the $20,000 from the free cash when she did her sheet here, that 178.29.
Oh, you're right, okay, I'm sorry.
Is
Yeah,
already
you're right.
subtracting it.
You're right, so we do
So
have
you're right, 31,729.
31,729 available to
Which will be going
offset
towards the budget.
Okay, good.
And then the capital stabilization articles, do you want to tell you which ones I see? We have lease payments, which is Article 9.
9, yeah.
So let me do capital stabilization. 200,000 for roads, which is Article 11.
Article 9 is 63,
Capital
199.
stabilization. 9,895 for the snow
Way ahead of me
blower,
as always.
which is Article 12, capital stabilization. 14,000 for new fire truck, truck for the fire department, capital stabilization.
What number?
16. And 20 is the Dennett roof, which would be capital
It's the-
stabilization.
Is that the phone?
It's the, it's the evaluation, it's the,
They got a grant for the phone.
yeah, it's the building.
The building
evalu-
assessment,
buil-
I'm
Building
sorry.
assessment,
Dennett
yeah.
building
The
assessment.
engineering assessment to find out what's wrong with it, so we don't wind up like Silver Lake.
And that total I had for that is, well, I have to subtract out 37,000 from this. I had 349,094, but 27,000 we're not actually doing. Those came off the warrant. 49022. $322,000.94 out of, for the articles, out of capital stabilization. And then 147,000 will be coming out of capital stabilization for the police station. Which is gonna leave us with about $90,000 left in capital stabilization. Almost 100,000.
Yeah, my number was 100.
Yeah,
100, 428. And the amount coming out of capital stabilization was 469,094.
And then the only other article that I had that was a money article was the fire grant match, which we're taking out of town properties. Tom Sales?
Yep, that's Article 15.
Article 15.
Well, in Article 6, but that's CPC. So that's, I mean, that's a money, but it's coming out of CPC.
Right, yeah.
So 15 is coming out of what?
Sale of town property.
Sale of town properties. The 300, so then for the, and again, I'll have to do these numbers on the computer, but for the budget, I'm showing 300,000 from the ambulance, 147,000 from capital stabilization, and 31,729 from free cash. And then general stabilization would be this number plus the 28,000.
I thought the 28 we took out of free cash. We're gonna change that article to 56 instead of,
Free cash, correct. Right, but the remaining free cash is gonna be lower, so we have to put more money into the budget. because after we do all those articles, the remaining amount of free cash we have left is only going to be $31,000.
Right.
So we have to, I was originally assuming we had $39,000. So we're going to have to increase the general stabilization from 827,872 up by the $8,000. Correct? Am I? Because we're going to spend more free cash.
Yeah. No, so this, yeah. Yes. I mean, free cash number doesn't change.
No, the free cash number doesn't change, just the
Right.
amount going to the operating budget
Correct.
is lower than it was
So we're gonna have to
before.
take, so instead of 807 from general stable, it's gonna be 835 from general stabilization.
Perhaps. Like I said, I'd have to do them on the computer. But yes, that number should go up, and I'll, if you'd like, I'll redo this sheet with all the correct numbers, get rid of those two articles we're not doing, and send them out tomorrow morning. For all you guys.
And sorry, what is the extra 28,000? You keep saying, is it Vader?
Yeah.
Vadar, V-A-D-A-R.
Yeah.
VADAR,
Yes.
On May the 4th. How appropriate.
right? Is it a contract?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Yeah. Do you
for,
want to,
new-
this is the,
I don't know.
Accounting
you don't need it?
it's an accounting software, because our current software is going out, well, they're retiring, or
He's
whatever they're
retiring.
doing.
Oh, okay, cloud-based finance, got it.
Maybe if we bring in AI, it'll make the budgeting process
Then we can all
easier.
go home.
Not that
It only
easy.
tells you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
That it does. What does that number represent? I forget that.
And just the only other thing is, so that we're using every dollar of the levy limit. We're not below it at all. So if there's any mistakes or anywhere, we won't be able to raise and appropriate more money. But have a special town meeting and take more money out of stabilization or something.
It's cutting it close, but
And everyone, I know I said it and I guess I was being inflammatory, but you do realize it is going to be a hit to our bond rating, for sure.
But it shouldn't be incrementally, it should be that bad. Should- I wouldn't think so. What are we rated at now?
Double A,
Double A.
down from double A plus.
Yeah, so we're
not
still,
bonding anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
We wanted to, but we're not.
maybe it'll go back up by the time we're ready.
Do you know, we actually had a much higher tax rate at 22,
2022, wow.
$16.81.
What is it now? 13 something, 14 something?
26, it's 15.26.
But the
Values.
property values have all gone
Oh,
up.
yeah, oh, yeah, property values have skyrocketed. But everybody thinks tax rates, you know? It's property value.
Does anyone know what the reval next year, when do those numbers show on the tax bills? Is that in '28 they would show? So
FY '28?
next year they
Yeah, maybe,
reval.
I think it is. I think it gets put to the next year, the increase. Because we'll already be in 27.
Yeah, it would be.
So they'll be getting their first tax bill before next year's town meeting? No, 27, no, it'll be in 28, so.
Right,
okay.
that'll be July,
Because I was
July
saying,
1.
it'd be hitting one thing on top of the other, an override plus your tax bill's gonna go up because of
I know,
revaluation.
I know. Yeah, I can hardly wait. When I heard what that house down the street sold for.
I said, if, right now, my house has everybody, my mother and my stepdad are living there, my 30-year-old son's there, my 23-year-old daughter's there with her two dogs. I said, if nobody was in my house, I would seriously think about selling it, but I'd have to buy something twice as big to fit everyone again.
There's a lot of that, yeah.
It's crazy, it's crazy.
So I think,
What?
and I'll defer to Bob on this, but you guys already voted a number for Article 10. And since we're gonna change that number, you probably should take another vote to change that amount that you're gonna authorize.
Yeah,
And it is okay to change an article up on town meeting
you
floor?
can amend it, yeah.
You can amend it.
Yeah, but if we're gonna,
Because we've already printed it.
it's already been printed, and it's gonna show 28.5, but we're
Right.
gonna change it to 56.5.
Yeah.
I just think,
So somebody makes a motion to amend the article.
yeah,
to
but
increase
what, it would be
Second.
nice to, I'll make the motion to amend the article, but it would be nice to say it's been discussed by the finance committee and they've approved
Yeah,
the
and
new number.
they've supported it, yeah.
I would ask you to take a vote
Yeah.
on that article, please.
Okay.
Is there a motion to amend Article 10 to $56,500 for information technology and equipment?
Don't all jump at once.
I was just gonna read it. I went to read it and close.
You might want to say to fund the new software,
Okay, and to
For
fund
the-
the new software?
to fund the new software, yeah. The additional increase.
Okay. You get that?
Got that, Mike?
Yeah, I don't. Wait, so we're
Article
yeah,
10.
getting the money
Inc-
from free cash
Yeah.
Yes.
For free cash.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. So I'll make a motion to,
Could you say
Change-
so moved?
yeah.
So
So
moved.
Second.
Boom.
There you go.
Hold on, hold- Who's seconding it?
Steve,
Steve is,
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
unanimous.
Unanimous.
and we'll have to put that on our
Yeah,
agenda.
so you do it too.
Yeah.
And just for your own sake, one of the sheets that I gave you, this is how Liz came up, well, I came up and gave Liz numbers for the funding. And it's kind of interesting because it shows you exactly, like,
One of the pages you gave us?
yeah, the big top shows, the levy base, the 2% increase, the new growth, and it comes out with the total levy limit. And then under that would be the receipts we're expecting from the cherry sheet and the local estimated receipts. Yep, over here. And then the next section is other sources of free cash. So this isn't updated now because we'd have to add general stabilization and update capital in here. But that would show any other additional sources. And then down the bottom is less for any other costs that the town's going to have, which is the overlay, the tax recap, snow and ice, $260,000 this year.
How did that get funded?
How did it get funded?
Yeah.
It didn't. We fund it next year on the recap. We only funded 65,000.
Yeah, okay, that was
That's
one of my
The
questions.
state considers that a legal deficit.
Right.
Because you guys voted that it was.
Yeah,
up to them to spend it.
no, that
Yeah.
part, I thought in the past we had to do it at like special town meeting.
No, we could, if we had like extra free cash and we wanted to move money, because what that's gonna do is next year when we do the tax rate, that's gonna come right off the top of how much money we can raise
Gotcha,
on the recap.
okay.
Oh, we didn't have any deficits, do you think, that we'll to use the overlay account for?
Yes.
Yes.
What,
Okay.
I
She says-
said
Legal.
it's a good $80,000 maybe, at least.
We got, what do we
Yeah.
got, 170,
157.
57?
Yeah, legal's gonna be huge. 50, over 50,000 probably.
Yeah.
From a, just a mechanical standpoint, Lisa, how do we pay for the snow and ice overage?
So the recap is where we figure out the tax rate. And one of the things that it asks you for is costs that you didn't raise at town meeting. So every year we raise $15,000 for the tax title recap.
Yep.
For the overlay, however much money we're gonna put in overlay, we don't vote that at town meeting. That just, the state allows you to just charge that.
Right,
So all these numbers where it says less, all these numbers down here,
yep,
end up going on the recap as costs. So if we could say we could tax $1 million, but we had $100,000 in other costs, then we can only tax $900,000. Because, well, no, you can still tax the 100,000, but you can still tax it, but the amount automatically goes to snow and ice. After we approve the tax rate, I take all those deficits off the
but
books.
but that appears next year,
Yes,
right, so I'm saying, how do we fund it this year?
we don't.
When it's incurred?
We let it go.
But people get paid. and
Oh, you mean where is the
Yeah.
actual, that comes from just money that we have like in the general fund. And that's part of the reason our rate dropped, because every year we're spending more money than we're, plus the deficit from a lot of years, the deficit's fairly the same.
Yep.
So we get last year's deficit this
And
year.
then we reclaim it.
Right, but last year, I think it was 34,000, and this year it's 260, so it's a huge, yeah. Yeah, I was, last month, when I did the financial reconciliation, general cash was down under $1 million, $800,000 was all I had in general fund. Now, we've done, taxes came in, so she's over 3 million again, but that was, to me, that was kind of scary, seeing that be that low. So,
Yes, I paid my taxes.
Check and make sure I did.
I could do that from here.
okay, so, that's all I have.
What else we, anything else we want to do, talk about,
Yes,
discuss
let's see.
before town meeting or about town meeting?
Do we need to officially vote the funding sources, or we don't have the numbers yet until Lisa
Yeah,
sends them,
yeah.
so we're good?
You can vote that night.
And does special town meeting, you guys are
We
good
have a
with?
meeting, right?
That's the two
Yes,
That night.
articles.
and I think
that
these
come out of
guys do
free
too.
cash.
You guys are,
Yeah.
half an hour before, yeah, 6:30 or
Yeah,
whatever,
meeting
yeah,
schedule.
just to, whatever the final numbers are. Okay.
But it's a long mess.
Yeah.
There's only two articles,
I know.
they're both $10,000 and they're both coming from free
Free
cash.
cash.
Yeah. The mysterious OPEB account. But I used to know what OPEB stood for, now I don't, I don't remember anymore.
So,
Other
Although-
Yeah, see, you don't remember either.
employment benefits,
Yeah, something like that.
post-retirement benefits.
it's a fizzy
Post-employment
drink.
benefits.
Yeah, post.
Post-employment
If
benefits.
Doesn't matter. It's either here or it's home.
Oh, that's right. I put the check in out there on Saturday, May 1st.
Here it is.
Steve
Didn't
still
pick it
pays
up till
taxes.
today.
Okay, I got it.
Of course, it hasn't cleared.
Do you want something typed up with all these motions, or you're good, you'll type or write whatever you want? You want-
I'm not the chairman.
No, I meant, because you're gonna make a motion. Oh, you're not the chair. Okay.
If I get asked to do it, I will do it. I'm not
Let's
the
ask him
chairman.
to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably not much to do.
I don't think there's anything, I mean,
Okay. It's mainly just the funding
I
source.
moved the article as printed in the warrant.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Dana going to agree with all this?
Yes,
yeah. I'll
he
talk
will,
to him.
he will. He said he couldn't make it, he was fine with me coming representing the board, so, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll be good.
Just checking.
Between Bob and I, we'll
Convince them.
confuse him.
It is confusing. Anything else? Our next meeting is a half an hour before town meeting
Yes.
begins.
Yep.
Anything else? Shoulder better?
We're getting there.
Getting there.
And then it's slowly decreasing in pain. And I keep getting a little bit more height out of it.
That's pretty good.
Pitching arm?
Is it,
Yeah.
was it?
Red Sox can use you.
A labrum tear and a bicep
jeez.
tendon, and then just remove all the arthritis and such. And then once this is done.
Remove the arthritis?
Well, yeah, they just kind of went in there and zapped it all out. Yeah.
Wow,
They scraped it
Oh.
over.
I didn't know you could do that.
We'll see. So far,
They told me I needed a new one. Hip.
I guess it depends on how
Did you get
have
one?
it done.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about zapping it out.
That's how he described it. Okay. Can we do that in the rest of my book?
All right. If there's nothing else, is there a meeting, a motion to adjourn the meeting
I will make a motion.
at whatever time this served?
6:14.
1814.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. You all.